Hello? Yes, this is Ate Shelo from Iba't Ibang Kwento ni Ate Shelo. Kamusta? Ayan, I have a new story again for you. It's a different story. It's about a Pabo Reyal. You know what a Pabo Reyal is? Pabo Reyal is a peacock. Ayan. Peacocks are one of the most beautiful birds. Look at that plumage. Look! 'Di ba? Ang ganda-ganda nila. Look at that detail. Ayan. Sobrang pretty nila. All the plumage is lovely. Well, there was once this Pabo Real, a group of peacocks were walking along, and when they are together, they actually look like as if they're having a parade. Akala mo mayroong parada. Kasi, pag lumakad sila, napakaganda nilang tingnan. They look so magnificent. They look so pretty. Without even trying, just walking along like that. And one time, there was this blue jay. A blue jay is quite an ordinary looking bird, but a pretty bird in itself. With a very modest tail. Look, there. Well, there was this blue jay, there was this jay who was admiring the peacocks from afar. Looking at them, he said, "Look how pretty they are and how lovely their plumage." And he secretly longed to be a peacock. But he is a jay. A jay in Filipino is Ibong Salta. Can you say that? Ibong Salta. Ibong Salta, this jay, is quite ordinary to look at when compared to this graceful looking peacock. And so, one day, the jay could not keep it to himself anymore. He saw something very awesome. He saw some of the feathers of the peacock falling off on the ground. He got so excited. Oh, this is my chance. He got some of the feathers and he said, "I'm gonna be just like them." So he stuck it in his own tail and he started to walk along pretending to be a peacock. And of course, since it's not a peacock, he looked kind of odd. He looked kind of weird himself, and then he would started to strut around. Oh, oops! It actually fell several times, and the peacocks saw him, and they were laughing to themselves. Look at that little jay. He's trying to imitate us. And then the jay, oops, the tail fell off. Got it again, stuck it on his own tail again, and he's trying to pretend that he is one of them. He started walking alongside them, pretending to be a peacock. And all the while, the other peacocks were just looking at him and laughing to themselves. Oh, what a silly little bird. And he kept on moving alongside the peacocks, pretending to be someone that he is not. But that was his joy, to be just like them, even if it is just a pretend. Look, it fell all over again. Anyway, the end. What is the story about? The story about this jay and the peacock. This jay is just like a lot of people who are pretentious, trying to be someone they are not. Well, when you do that, it gets embarrassing a lot of times because you pretend to be someone that you are not. So, he went as far as sticking some plumage to his tail, to his own tail, only for it to fall down over and over, and it's quite embarrassing. But if he decided to be the best jay that he could be, then he must have been he could have been a better bird, a better version of himself. Why? Because there God doesn't make mistakes. So, it wasn't a mistake that he created him to be a jay and not a peacock. Well, it is not a bad thing to admire others for their innate capabilities. They have amazing beauty, or it is not a bad thing to admire the good in others. But admiring the good in others is one thing, but seeing yourself somebody lower just because they are, you perceive them to be better than who you really are, nisip mo, mas magaling sila, mas maganda yon, mas gusto ko yon kasi mas okay yon eh. Wala namang masama na kilalanin mo yung ganda nila at ang galing nila. Pero yung hindi mo nakilalanin ang ganda at galing mo, pati ang talento mo, dahil iniisip mo, you are thinking that should be your standard. Yun ang tama, yun lang ang tama, at ikaw ay hindi. You're doing yourself a disservice. Because you're supposed to celebrate who you are. Because there's no better you than you. You can make yourself a better person, yes, a better version of you. But never forget who you really are. Because that is the person that you were intended to be. So, ikaw, kung hindi ka happy sa kung anong meron ka, it would be a good idea to improve yourself. Improving yourself doesn't mean forgetting who you really are. Do not pretend to be someone you are not, because it would be a disaster in the long run. 'Di ba? So, be the best version of who you are and be all the better for that. 'Di ba? Mas maganda pa 'yon, i-celebrate mo kung sino ka talaga. Huwag kang mag-pretend to be someone na hindi naman ikaw. Kasi hindi ka magiging masaya. So, let us celebrate our uniqueness. Let us admire others, yes. But, do not forget who you really are. Okay? And with that, may God be praised. This is Ate Shelo from Iba't Ibang Kwento ni Ate Shelo. I hope that you learned something from the story today. And if you learned something else, kung meron pa kayong ideas, mas maganda kung i-share nyo para may iba matuto din. Those who have learned something different also na hindi ko nabanggit right now, please comment them below. And I would like you to, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the bell so that you have a steady stream of new ideas, of new stories, and a lot of lessons every day. Alright, this is Ate Shelo from Iba't Ibang Kwento ni Ate Shelo. Bye for now. Thank you. See you again.